guys, today I'm filming my Hit It or Quit It thoughts on hauls number 80, I believe. If you haven't seen one of these videos from me before, basically I'm going to be reviewing all the products I featured in a haul a year ago to let you know my current thoughts on those products. So for the past couple thoughts on hauls, I've been reviewing 2 hauls, and one, the same thing is going to happen today. At the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, I was doing like 2 hauls a month for various reasons, and I'm trying to catch up with these thoughts on hauls. So for this one, I'm going to be reviewing the products from my February and March 2020 hauls. I will have those videos linked down below, along with my playlist and a list of all the products that we're mentioning. And I know this is going to be long, so I'm going to jump on in and try to be brief, starting with some things that I got from Ulta. First was a diamond gift, and that was a mini size of the Sunday Riley CEO Vitamin C Rich Hydration Cream. And I remember being very excited for it to be a high-end skincare product. Did it suck it was a mini? Yes, but that's fine. And also, I haven't used it, so I do use up my skincare oldest to newest. I'm very close to this one. Very, very close. I think this is going to be, I might have like 2 more minis to use up, and then I'll be on to this one. So you will hear my thoughts soon in one of my sample project pan updates. And then I got a couple things with a 20% off coupon, and little did I know that this was going to be the last 20% off coupon from Ulta until freaking Christmas. And I haven't gotten any this year either. So don't be doing it to me again, Ulta, because that's why I didn't make diamond last year, because there were not enough 20% off coupons for me. And you guys know I barely ever buy things full price. So anyway, I did pick up a couple high-end products that I was very excited to try. The first was this Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Beige. This is a limited edition shade. This is such a pretty peachy blush. It has a little bit of pink in it, and it's also a little bit more on the muted side when you compare it to Tarte Captivating. That one's a lot brighter. And this is a nice matte blush. I really do enjoy the formula of these Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes, but I do feel like when you swatch them, it can dry out the blush, so I try not to do that. I'm very, very happy that I've purchased this though, because I love it whenever I wear it. Next, I have the Zoeva Precious palette, and this is a mini palette, but it is not as small as their Voyager palettes, which have mini size pans. These are full size pans. There's just 6 of them instead of their normal 10 or 12. And you've got these 2 mattes here, and the other 4 are shimmer. I love this color selection. I hate the phrase color story, so I try not to ever say it. I don't know why, but it really drives me nuts. I think that this is really fun that they threw this shade in here, because otherwise it's more of like a, you know, a purpley taupey palette, which would still be beautiful, but I think that's really fun that they added that shade in there. I've tried a couple of the larger Zoeva palettes in the past, and I was not that impressed with them. The mattes are almost too blendable that they all end up looking like the same shade. The shimmers are more of almost a satin. They're not metallic at all, but this palette performs much better than those larger ones. I do think that the shimmers in here do actually look very shimmery on the lid. The mattes are pigmented and they blend nicely without blending too much. Maybe it's helpful that these 2 shades are different enough that they're going to look like 2 distinctly different colors on the eye, but I'm very impressed with the quality of this palette. Definitely recommend that. And the other thing I purchased was the Anastasia Amrezy palette. I did end up returning that. And it's not because of the formula, it's really because of the shades. They just weren't my vibes. There were a lot of like warm neutrals, which of course I love. And there were some really pretty warm neutral mattes. But if you guys have seen my Anastasia singles, I have almost like every single one. I love them so much, but like I can't justify it anymore. And then I think I really like the purple shimmer in that palette, and 1 or 2 of the other more neutral shimmers, but there was like a light pink that was a little chunky. And then there were 2 pressed glitters. Anastasia, why would you jump on that train? Nobody likes them. Let me take it back. Majority of people, I think, don't really like pressed glitters. And what was extra annoying about that is because the palette was even longer than all of the other Anastasia palettes, because it had those 2 extra shades. And that's irritating if you're a collector, if you have a large collection, you're lining up all your ABH palettes. I know if you have some of the old ones, they're smaller already, but to have it be even longer is so irritating. So I don't know why that just bothered me. But overall, like, beside the pressed glitters, the other shades performed the same as other Anastasia shadows to me. I just did not end up loving the color, so that did go back. Then I had a free gift bag, and I had given everything away except for 2 products. The Origins GinZing Refreshing Eye Cream. I do enjoy this. It has like a subtle pearl to it, which is nice and brightening. It doesn't give me milia bumps. It doesn't make my under eyes too greasy. I do like this. I just have other high-end eye creams that I prefer and would purchase over this one. But if I get any other minis, I'll definitely keep it and use it up. And then I have the CoverFx High Performance Setting Spray. So the little deluxe sample size packaging is terrible. So I did put this in other packaging to use it up, and I thought it was fine. I do prefer the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, so I would not repurchase that. And next I have a couple things from the BoxyCharm Facebook group. And I had purchased other things before now, but I feel like this is when my obsession started, when I started buying something every month, every other month. And I still buy something from that Facebook group every month or every other month. I will have the group linked down below, and I'm still not going to sign up for BoxyCharm because I know that I would get a box where I like one product, then I have all this other junk that I'm not going to use. So I might not be getting the best deal on the one product I actually wanted. So yes, it might be more expensive for me to get, you know, maybe 1 to 3 things a month from that BoxyCharm Facebook group, but there's things that I think I will actually use, and I've done a good job of not impulse buying as much. I have once or twice. I try not to look at it too obsessively, but if there is a certain product I'm looking for, I will check it like once, twice a day. The other thing I wanted to mention is that whenever I buy something from the group, I try to negotiate prices a little bit. Not every time, it depends what people are selling it for, but I like to buy products at 50% of retail value, including its shipping price. And basically it's like Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, but with products you actually are interested in. So that's what I did with these here. And really it's like whoever is like the first or two, and really it's like whoever is the first person to list something, the price they choose sometimes is like the standard for everybody. So I got lucky because I think some of these Hourglass blushes, I was expecting to pay more for them, and I didn't end up having to, which was great. Also, the most you can charge for something is 25 shipped, because that is the price of the base box, I believe. Anyway, that's enough. On to the products. The first thing I got is this full size of the Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer. I've not broken into my full size yet. I'm trying to work through some other products, and I try not to open primers until I'm ready to use them and use them up. I might change that, but we'll see. But I've used up some samples of this, and I loved it. This is a really nice hydrating primer that doesn't make me too greasy or oily. This is a really nice hydrating primer that doesn't make me too greasy or oily. It is something I can really only wear in the winter time, but it's really nice. I think it makes a nice canvas for my makeup to go on top of. It doesn't just feel like a moisturizer. There is something about that that does still feel like a primer on my skin. Definitely would recommend this for people that have dry, normal skin. It is really nice. Then I did buy 2 Hourglass blushes, and there were 4 different shades in BoxyCharm, and luckily the 2 that I wanted were the ones that were seemingly in most people's boxes. And if you guys have seen an Hourglass blush, you know that it's a mix of a blush and one of their highlighting powders, and they all look different. The marbling looks different, but I want one with a lot of blush on top because I don't want to work through half the powder to get to the blush. So I really did pay attention to the pictures that people were posting. So the 2 shades I purchased would be Dim Infusion, which is the peach, and Diffused Heat, which is the coral. Most people were getting this one. And get ready for me to be controversial. These are just okay. I think they look pretty on the skin. They have like a nice subtle glow, some good pigment. They don't look dry, but they're just okay. Now, the blushes that are in the Unlocked palette, I like those a little bit better than these for some reason, but I'm not gonna go buy a bunch more singles. I'm happy I have these. I don't regret it whatsoever. I do get use out of them. I think they're very beautiful, very luxurious, but like I don't get the hype or the price. And my friend Jean, these are her favorite blushes of all time, but I just don't quite get it. Next, I had my Sephora Play from February 2020. The first product was the Verb Ghost Oil, which is a hair oil. I did actually enjoy this for an oil. It was a little bit thicker. It was easier to work into the hair. It didn't like run down my hands, had a nice light scent. Not something necessary for me, but out of like any hair oil I've tried, this one had my favorite consistency. Then I have the Rahua Colorful Shampoo and Conditioner. I have not used it yet. Again, I am using up my hair products, oldest to newest as well. And in 2019, I really hoarded a lot of shampoo and conditioner minis. So I've been trying to declutter a lot. I've been trying to use them up. So I'm going to get to that eventually, and I will review it in my sample project pan. Then I had the Fresh Rose Floral Toner. I did end up passing this on, I believe, to my friend Amanda. I hate rose scented products, so that's why that one had to go. I also got the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation in 12B Fair Beige. That is too pinky tone for me. In Tarte foundations, I wear 12S Fair Sand, and I don't like this foundation. I don't think it gives much coverage at all. I would say it's light coverage. It's too thin, and I got oily very quickly. So it's just not made for my skin type. If you have more dry skin, I think you would like that one, but it does give just like a light medium coverage. And then I had the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Loose Powder, the translucent color. It's fine. I prefer the Laura Mercier and the Derma Blend, so I would not repurchase this. I've gotten more minis in Ulta freebies over the past couple months, and I've put them in giveaways. Next, I had a makeup care package from my friend Courtney K. She had sent me the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in Junkshow. I did just recently declutter that because I do have a similar shade and I just don't wear it enough. It does have a really nice formula. I just don't really wear liquid shadows or glitter liners. Then she sent some liquid shadows, Stila Glitter and Glow in Wanderlust, Sunset Fire, and Burnished Sienna. The Sunset Fire and Burnished Sienna I actually already had from a set, so I passed them on to a friend. Wanderlust, I did really like it, but it did just dry out a little quickly. Same with the Glitter and Glow Highlight and Kitten. I did use that one on my eyes. I did try it on my cheeks. It didn't blend nicely, and it was pretty glittery, so I would say no. Just good for the eyes. Then she sent me an e.l.f. highlight in white gold. I'm not sure what the formula is. I really hate that e.l.f. has moved away from writing the names of the products on their packaging. They'll do the color name, but not the product name. It was just a very dry highlight. It wasn't easy to pick up on a brush. And then the one thing I do still have is this Ofra highlight in Space Baby, which is their duochrome blue highlight. This is something I wear in winter. It is very intense for me, but I love the Ofra highlight formula. It is my favorite. I find it to be very intense, but it's very smooth. It doesn't look chunky on the skin, and they come out with so many fun shades. So definitely am happy to have this one. And then I had gotten some PR products from Derma E. They sent these mood boosting skin beneficial mists that are supposed to uplift, create, and calm. They all had different scents. They were nice, lightly scented. I tried one, passed it on, put the others in a giveaway. Y'all know I'm not really into mists. I do use setting sprays, but I don't need a skincare mist. Then I had received from Pixi their Hydrating Milky Collection, which included the makeup remover, cleanser, toner, serum, peel, and moisturizer. I passed all of those things on to Courtney K because she does have dry skin. I did keep the peel though. I haven't tried it yet. I'm the worst at peels, but I want to use them. I'm just so lazy about peels and masks, but everything else I passed on. It did have like a light coconut scent. Coconut scents are not my favorite, but again, I have a lot of skincare and I know that this is more geared towards a dry skin type. And then I had received some products from Murad, which was so exciting. They reached out to me, asked for my address to send me something. I only got something from them once, but it was so exciting. So they sent the Essential C Eye Cream with SPF 15. I feel like this stung my eyes a little bit, which probably was because of the SPF, so I decluttered it. The Prebiotic 4-in-1 Multi Cleanser. just okay, nothing super special. And then the Invisablur Perfecting Shield, which is something I've used up in a mini before as a primer. It is very silicone-y. It helps your foundation glide on easier, but it doesn't do anything else for my skin other than that. So I wouldn't repurchase any of those products. So that was all for the February haul. Now into the March haul. Start with a couple things that I purchased from Sephora, and these were all on sale. The first thing I got was one of the Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pots in a new shade at the time. You guys know how much I love these. This is Paradise Found, which is a really beautiful champagne-y peach color. I love this shade so much in the spring. It's a beautiful wearable work everyday shade for me. And it's so brightening on the lid, which I love. It's very smooth, very pigmented. Absolutely love this. So happy that I purchased it. Then I purchased this little Sephora fan brush. So Sephora was getting rid of a lot of their old brushes because they were bringing in some new brushes. I wish I had picked up one or two more popular brushes, but I purchased this one because it reminded me of the Jaclyn Hill brushes that she had released with her holiday highlighters. So this is the 62 Pro Fan Detail Brush. Super soft. It does do a really nice job of placing highlight on your cheekbones. It is going to place it on very intense though, so I don't reach for this very often because I know it will be very intense. I mean, I think it would be nice for a nose highlight. Probably could use it for nose contour. I'm happy I have it. I think I got it at a good price, but I don't reach for it a ton. I also purchased the Lunar Beauty Strawberry Dream palette. I know my friend Jean really loved it. I'm gonna be careful because the lightest shade in here did break. So here is what this looks like. I've used this palette like twice, and I think that Lunar Beauty has a really nice formula. However, I incredibly regret buying this palette. I have used like these two right here, and I like these shades. They remind me of some of the colors that were in the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette, which I don't have. Those are very pretty. I think I would use this shimmer. None of these, I'm not wearing those blues. I was just so excited to see this on sale. I hadn't tried any Lunar Beauty products before, but I just don't like the color selection. Packaging is gorgeous. Formula is good. I incredibly regret buying that because I don't use the shades. Maybe it's something I'd try to sell. I don't know. I don't sell makeup very much. Then I had placed two separate orders for those, and I was able to use some coupon codes to get some little mini Natasha Denona eyeshadows. And I had gotten this color Pure Love from the Love palette and this color Phlox from the Sunrise palette. I have not used either of those. I'm terrible. I was so excited to have all these little mini Natasha Denona eyeshadows. I don't think I've used any of them. Shame on me. Shame on me. I need to. This is my like random Z palette, and I just don't reach for it very much because it's random, but I need to make myself use that so I can try out more of her shadows. And they're not like a very high value. I think that they value like $2.50, but like how often do you use up a whole eyeshadow? Not me, not often. So very exciting to have, but yeah, I haven't used them. Next, moving on to Ulta. So I had purchased 3 of the e.l.f. bite-sized shadow quads because everyone was going crazy for them. So I've got Pumpkin Pie, Berry Bad, and Hot Jalapeno. I have not used the Hot Jalapeno one. I definitely need to. I'm intrigued by this, but I did just order the Dose of Colors Cutting Edge palette that has some similar shades, so I might keep that one over this and put this in a giveaway. I'm not sure yet. I haven't tried it yet. Dose of Colors formula doesn't always work for me. These other two I have used, and I think that they actually perform super well. The mattes are pigmented and blendable. The shimmers actually are nice and thick. They're not flaky. They do actually show up shimmery on the eye, but These are in my chopping block for this year. I might end up decluttering these just because the shades are not unique to my collection, and I am going to reach for high-end palettes over these. And I'm not someone that likes to keep drugstore stuff just for the sake of having it in my collection or to do a drugstore video. That's not what my channel is about. I don't do tutorials. There are some people like Emily Noel, Juicy Jazz, who do so many like full drugstore videos that I think it does benefit them to have like all these different drugstore products for the sake of it. But for me, no, I just want to have stuff that I really love and will reach for. So I'm going to play with these a little bit more before I get rid of them, but I'm probably going to. I wish that they would come up with some more shades. I know they did with the Mint collection and I heard some mixed reviews, but I would love for them to come up with more unique color stories. I can't believe I just said that after I told you guys I hated that phrase. But yeah, good performance. Don't love the shades. I also purchased this Ulta tool, which is a lip exfoliator. And it has, I don't know if you'll be able to see, 2 different textures on here. And this does do a really nice job of exfoliating your lips, and it's easy to clean. I don't reach for this a whole ton, but it's a good product. I don't regret having it. Then I had gotten some freebies from Ulta. One was the diamond gift. It was the Crepe Erase eye cream. I never heard of this brand before. It's very expensive, but it almost feels like when in BoxyCharm they include products that are valued at like $100, but you've never heard of the brand before, or it's only a subscription box brand. So like that doesn't impress me much just because it's expensive. I did end up passing this one on to someone, and then also got the Kylie highlighter in Ice Me Out as a freebie, which was a nice light warm tone champagne shade. It did perform well, but when I was looking at the highlighters in my collection and trying to pare them down, that was one of the easiest to let go of. So I did declutter it. And then I had gotten the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Sunkissed. You were able to pick out whatever shade you wanted. This one had a little bit of shimmer in it, and it's a pretty color, but I have a lot of bronzers. I love my original bronzer shade, so I did recently pass that on to someone else as well, which I was so excited. I gave the same girl the highlighter and the bronzer, so I was really excited to do that. They were good freebies. If I didn't have such a large collection, I would have kept them. Then for the dry shampoo day, which just happened again this year, I purchased half off the Bar Detox Dry Shampoo. Unfortunately, it was not included in the sale this year, which is a bummer. I buy that dry shampoo whenever I can get it on sale because it is not often included in the sales. It's very expensive, but it is my favorite. It does soak up all the oil. It has a really nice scent, kind of strong. It did take me a little bit to get used to, and it gives some volume to my hair. Absolute favorite. Then I did get a freebie of the Living Proof Frizz-Free Shampoo Conditioner. I actually just decided I was going to declutter those from my collection. I have not loved the Living Proof hair products that I tried. I keep trying them. I keep not loving them. So I'm just going to get rid of that one untouched. Next, I had to pick this up. I couldn't wait to try it. It was a brand new product. I have not used it yet. I know, this is the Morphe Mattifying Continuous Setting Mist. Again, primers and setting sprays are 2 products I try not to open until I'm ready to use them up. And I am currently using my setting sprays oldest to newest. I do have ones that are older, but I definitely do want to try this. I really like the original for the way it dispenses, but I get a little greasy with it. But it's a nice product. So anyway, I am excited to try this. I will review it for you in the future. I'm bummed that I cannot give you my thoughts today. And then I had gotten a ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip. This is in the shade Well Nested. I got this on clearance, and this is a really pretty pinky color that has like a little bit of plum in it. It has some golden shimmer. Very beautiful. I love the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip formula. It's one of my favorite formulas from ColourPop. I haven't really tried their new Luxe lip products. I'm not interested in them. I have enough lip products. I'm not interested in them. I think these are so nice. They do give like a light medium opacity. They feel really smooth on the lips. They're a little bit sticky, but not bad, but it helps them last a little bit longer. The only thing I don't like about these is that a while ago they changed the applicator from a sponge tip to a brush tip, and I hate that, but the formula itself is really nice. I need to wear this color more, but I am very happy that I purchased this one. Next, I had purchased a set from It Cosmetics. I had free shipping. They had some little free gifts, and this set included a full size of the Superhero mascara. I haven't used the full size yet, but I've tried this mascara before. It's just okay for me. It's a little too dry for my preference, but I definitely will use the full size and probably combine it with a more wet mascara. And then the reason I purchased this set was because it included this It Cosmetics bronzer in the shade Beige. This is from the Bye Bye Pores line. This is my friend Jean's favorite bronzer. She's used one up completely, so I was so excited to try this out. And unfortunately, I don't know if it's just the one that's in the set or if you bought this individually from their line. It's a different formula, Jean said, and this gives hardly any pigmentation at all. And you guys know I'm very fair, so I'm going to play around with this a little bit more. It is in my chopping block. I have considered repressing it to see if it helps it be even more pigmented. So we'll see what I end up doing with it, but no, I wouldn't recommend this because it does seem that they've changed the formula. And why do companies do that? Did you test this before you put it in the set? Like, come on. So I do regret buying that because, again, the mascara is just okay to me. I bought the set for the bronzer and it just does not perform well. Then I had purchased some things from Makeup Geek. She was trying to clearance out her old singles that were round pans, so I did buy several of those, and then to get free shipping I did buy some of her new shadows, one of the bundles. So this is my Makeup Geek palette minus a few shades that are in my spring palette, but the ones that I had hauled here would be the foiled shadows in Daydreamer, In the Spotlight, and Jester. And I got 3 matte shades in Peach Smoothie, Summer Lovin', and Pumpkin. I also got 1 shimmer in the shade Spirited, which I have since decluttered. I love Makeup Geek shadows. I think they perform so well. The mattes are very pigmented. They blend nicely. I do like her shimmers, but her foils really shine. I'm so happy I was able to get these shades. There are several I haven't used very much. I've used the most out of all of these Daydreamer. It's a beautiful shade. The other ones are more fall shades for me, and I have a lot of fall singles. I did not do a good job of using my fall singles last year, but super happy to have them, especially for that great price. And then I have the Shades of Fantasy palette. It did come in one of her small square gunmetal palettes, but I just wanted to put it in one of my Z palettes so I would use them more, and so I could put these other singles in here. And I think out of all the bundles that she had put together, this was one of my favorites. They don't have all the same bundles anymore, unfortunately, but you can still buy all these shades. I'll have the shade names down below. I was so excited because this bundle didn't have any repeats from shades that I already had in my collection, but it did have some cult classics from her old shadows, which would be Creme Brulee and Cheetah Bear, which are very similar to MAC Soft Brown and Brown Script, which I have, and they're old. So I was very excited to have this bundle. Again, I really have not touched these because they are shades I would reach for more in the fall, and I did a terrible job of using my fall singles. So I really can't tell you if Makeup Geek's new formula is just as good as her old, which kills me. I definitely need to do a better job of using my singles this year, especially if I continue buying them. I feel like I can't justify it if I'm not using them. But I do trust that the quality is great because I loved her original shadows so much. Then I had my March Sephora Play. It had a little sample of the Bulgari Omni Crystalline perfume. Didn't enjoy it. I'm very picky about perfume. I did post a perfume collection recently, which I'll link in the cards. I also got a mini of the Bar Detox Clear Dry Shampoo. I love this. So it performs just as well as the original, but it is clear, and it also has a different scent that is lighter, which I enjoy. I probably would still buy the original over the clear, but it's very good as well. Then I got a mini of the Glam Glow Glow Starter Mega Illuminating Moisturizer in New Glow, which is the lightest out of the 3 shades, I believe. I hate this because it smells like creamsicle, so I've never actually even put the product on my face because I can't get past the scent. And then I got the Fresh Sugar Mint Rush Lip Treatment. If you guys watch my winter project pan, I did just use up 2 of those. It does have a nice scent. It's a nice like smooth consistency on the lips. I love panning the fresh lip balms, but I don't find them to be very hydrating because they're just too thin for me, so I would never purchase one. I got a mini Stila Stay All Day liquid liner in the black shade. This is a felt tip liquid liner, so it will dry out a little bit faster than a brush tip. Super easy to apply, pretty long wearing for me. I do enjoy it, but I would prefer to buy a brush tip over this one. And then I had a mini of the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment in Star Woman. This is a really awesome liquid lipstick formula. It's very liquidy. This is a beautiful deep red shade. I did end up putting it in a giveaway because I've tried this one before. I do have a couple other shades from them in this formula. Really, really nice. It doesn't fully set down, but almost. But I really like the formula. Then I had gotten some products from Derma E from their vitamin C line, their beloved vitamin C serum, as well as some new products at the time, which were the Gentle Daily Cleansing Paste and the Bright Eyes Hydro Gel Patches. I have not used these products yet either. I definitely need to get on the eye patches. I am worried that they may be dried out since it's been a year at this point, but I've never opened them, so I'm hoping that they're staying contained and moisturized, so we'll see. I am really interested to try that cleanser. The fact that it's a paste is very interesting. Again, I'm using my products oldest to newest, and I got, I think, 1 cleanser freebie from Ulta that had like 8 cleansers in it that were a pretty decent size. So I just go through products very slowly, so I'm trying to work through things. I've tried to declutter a lot of things last year, some things this year as well. So anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on all of the products that I hauled in February and March of 2020. I know it was a lot. This was a long video. I appreciate you all for sticking through it. I would love to know your thoughts on these products in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.